Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, teaching, education, scholarship and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Judge enters not guilty plea for Lori Daybell, mom charged in kid's death. A mother charged with conspiring to kill her children, her estranged husband and a lover's wife refused to enter a plea to murder and other charges on Tuesday, prompting an Idaho judge to enter a not guilty plea on her behalf. Lori Vallow Daybell and her new husband, Chad Daybell, were both at the courthouse in the eastern Idaho town of Anthony for separate court proceedings, Lori Daybell for an arraignment that was delayed for months while she underwent treatment at a mental health facility, and Chad Daybell for a hearing over the trial venue. The couple face numerous charges in the bizarre case, including conspiracy to commit murder and first-degree murder in connection with the deaths of Lori Daybell's children, 7-year-old Joshua J.J. Vallow and 16-year-old Tylee Ryan, as well as Chad Daybell's first wife, Tammy Daybell. Lori Daybell is also charged in Arizona with conspiring to kill her former estranged husband, Charles Vallow, with the help of her now-deceased brother, Alex Cox. Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell case, a timeline of events. Chad Daybell pleaded not guilty to the charges months ago, but the case against Lori Daybell was stalled after a judge found her mentally incompetent to aid in her own defense and ordered her to undergo treatment at a mental health facility. Last week, the judge said Daybell had been made competent and the case could go forward. Lori Daybell kept her head down as she entered the courtroom and spoke quietly during her arraignment on Tuesday. The courtroom was mostly full, with J.J. Vallow's grandparents, Kay and Larry Woodcock, seated in one of the front rows. The Woodcocks wiped away tears as 7th District Judge Stephen Boyce read the murder charge related to the young boy's death. Lori Daybell, wearing a light blue blouse and glasses, opted to stand silent when she was asked to enter a plea to the charges. Boyce, who told her she could face the death penalty or life in prison if convicted, entered a not guilty plea on her behalf. Investigators say Chad and Lori Daybell began espousing an unusual, doomsday-focused system of religious belief involving zombies, teleportation and communication with other spiritual realms starting in 2018, when both were still married to other people. The Idaho prosecutors say they used their religious beliefs to justify or encourage the murders. Lori Daybell's brother Alex Cox shot and killed her estranged husband, Charles Vallow, in suburban Phoenix, according to an indictment in Arizona. At the time, Charles Vallow was seeking a divorce, and wrote in court filings that his wife believed she had become a godlike figure responsible for ushering in the biblical apocalypse. Cox told police the shooting was in self-defense, and he was never charged. He later died of an apparent blood clot in his lung. Shortly after Charles Vallow's death, Lori Daybell, who then had the last name Vallow, and her children moved to the rural eastern Idaho community of Rexburg, near where Chad Daybell lived. At the time, Chad Daybell was married to Tammy Daybell. She died in October 2019. Though Tammy Daybell's obituary said her death was from natural causes, authorities grew suspicious when Chad and Lori Daybell married just 2 weeks later. Investigators had Tammy Daybell's body exhumed for an autopsy, though authorities have not formally released her cause of death. Police began searching for Lori Daybell's youngest 2 children a few weeks later in November 2019 after relatives raised concerns. The Daybells quickly left town, and they were found months later in Hawaii without the children. The children's bodies were eventually found buried in Chad Daybell's yard back in Idaho.